variable which tells us how much time has passed since the game started running in milliseconds. So we can use that to make a simple timer. We're going to our game controller and we're going to open the create code. Here we're going to type two things. We're going to type game underscore duration equals to 10,000. This means that our game is going to run for 10 seconds. And also we're going to use start underscore time is going to be current underscore time. All right. So, okay, we know when our game started and how much time is going to wait. So let's go back to the step function now of the game controller, and we're going to type here var time underscore left is going to be game underscore duration plus start underscore time. Okay, let me just confirm that. You have game underscore duration and start underscore time. All right. And let's put this in parentheses just so this makes sense. And here we're going to use minus current underscore time. Okay, so what is happening here? If our game for some reason only started at the mark of 5 seconds, this would translate into 15 and this would be 5, so time left is 10. Okay, so if 10 seconds have passed, this is going to be 15 minus 10 and then 5 until it reaches 0. It's a simple mathematical trick to keep track of the time that we have. Okay, and also instead of typing time underscore left, instead of typing a var, let's leave it like this so it can be accessed by other parts of the code. Okay, and in the create, we're going to also initialize time underscore left to be whatever we type in game underscore duration. Okay, so it'll always look like that. Okay, so when we do this internally, we have a timer. Okay, we have a little timer that is going to count in milliseconds how much time we have left. Now let's open the draw GUI. Okay, we're going to draw text here. Now we want to inform the player how much time is left for them. So after we add the score here, let's append another string. We start by making a double quote, we add a hashtag, and then we say time left, colon, and after that we're going to convert the time left to be a string. Okay, so string, and then we're going to use time underscore left here. Okay, so essentially we added a new line and we're going to show how much time we have left. Okay, let's click on run the game and see how this is going to look like. Wait for a few seconds for it to complete. There we go. And we have here the count for time left. And notice that you have it in milliseconds, so it's a bit big right now. So to transform this into seconds, we can divide it by 1,000. Okay, just by adding that, it is going to be a bit better for us to read. Okay, and once the time reaches 0, we should be able to tell the player what their final score is. Okay, because right now it's just going to count down, and when it reaches 0, it is actually going to keep counting down to 0, and we don't have the player's score. Okay, so we have a few things to adjust here. Let's close this window, and in the game controller on the create event, let's open it, and we're going to add a new instance variable here. We're going to type is game over equals to false. Okay, this is going to count to say if the game is over. Okay, let's add it as is underscore game underscore over. Okay, so it's going to hold a Boolean variable that is either false or true. Now back to the game controller, we're going to step here, and what we're going to do is if time underscore left, let's say if time underscore left is lesser or equal than 0, just like we did with the Apple timer, then we're going to set is underscore game underscore over to be true. Okay, and also let's make a variable, another instance variable here that's going to be final underscore score equals to score. Okay, so that final score is going to store whatever score we had before the game finished. Okay, we're going to hold that. So let's go back to the game controller, draw GUI, draw text, and to draw this text here, we need to check if the game is over. Okay, so we're going to use if is underscore game underscore over equals to false, then we're going to enclose this line in curly braces. Okay, And now if the game if game over is false, we're going to draw that. However, else, okay, when we add an else block, it means this code is going to run if this question is wrong. So if the game is actually over, we're going to draw here, draw underscore text, and then we're going to add for in a string game over. We add a new line by typing a hashtag, final score, colon, and then we append with final underscore score, and that final score is going to be enclosed by the string function. So it's going to look like this. Okay, so this text only draws if the game is not over, and if it is, we're going to show the final score of the player. Okay, let's hit run the game now to see how this is going to look like if we have any mistakes here. So let's wait for it to be finished. There we go. We have our GameMaker here. So let's collect all the apples that we can. Okay, let me get these ones. And 3, 2, 1 seconds. I got a score of 13. Okay, 14. Okay, game over. Final score 15. However, notice that we can still collect these apples. And why this is happening? We're going to the game controller. Let's go to the step here. Okay, so the score is increasing. Okay, so when we reach the time left is less or equal than 0, we're going to set is game over to be true and final score to be true. However, this block of code here is going to keep running. Okay, it doesn't matter if the game was already over, because time underscore left will always be lesser than 0. But there is a trick that we can use here. We're going to improve this question. We're going to add an end character. So you add these two characters here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use is underscore game underscore over and then equals to, so you add two equal signs to false. Okay, so when we run this code here, is game over is going to be true, and then final score is going to be here. Okay, and then this code block essentially runs only once. Alright, so is game over is going to run like a flag. Okay, this flag is going to become true once, and then you do whatever you want in that block of code. Okay, let's try that again. We get as much apples as we can. We have 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds. I'm going to stop at 12, and okay, final score 12, and if I get other apples, they won't be counted, okay, because the game is over. Okay, so we have a fully working mechanic here, and all we need to do now is tell the player that they can restart the game by pressing the R key. We're going to do this in the next lesson. For the game to restart, let's go to the game controller, and we're going to see the draw GUI here. Let's double click on the draw text script, and after that, after we say the final score, we're going to append another string. So let's add another string. We're going to make a new line, and we're going to type press R to restart, just to tell the players that they can restart the game by pressing R. Now let's go back to the game controller. We're going to hit add event, and we're going to click on key press, then letters, and then R. Okay, and when the R key is pressed, we're going to go to the main 2 tab and drag this restart the game action. We just do this. Okay, so let's click on run the game and test this out. So our game is finished. We wait for it to compile. After everything is done, we have our game here, so let's collect these apples. Try to get as much as you can. Okay, so 12, maybe 15 I can get. Yes. Okay, I got 18 points. Good. And you have a press R to restart message. If I press R, the game starts again. Okay, so this should be good for you to challenge your friends. Okay, we made a simple apple collecting game where your friends can play and keep pressing restart, so you can challenge to see who is better. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more lessons in game development and programming in general, you can just head over to mammoethinteractive.com for tons of content there. And if you want to make this game a little bit more challenging, you can maybe add some apples that score more points. Okay, maybe you can add a chance to spawn a golden apple, and when you get it, you get 5 points at once. Okay, this should be a nice addition. Alright, my name is Glauco Pires. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time.